Hello everybody, this is Simon with Let's Play Sonic 2006. So, funny story about Kingdom Valley. It doesn't save any of the process of getting to Kingdom Valley. So whenever I had to retry this level to get a good recording for all of the 10 silver medals, I had to do all of this again. And then I had to do Kingdom Valley, which has the one I know of emulator only glitch. You can't blame the game for this. You're supposed to spawn inside the vehicle, but for some reason on Xenia it doesn't work. You just press triangle to get in regardless, so that's fine. This is a pure set piece. There is no danger for you here. The only thing you do is fly around with a bit wonky controls. Obviously it's a shadow vehicle, and you mash the attack button, killing everything in your path. It's nice, it's cathartic, it's fine, I have absolutely no issues with it. As I said, it steers a bit weird, and then it ends with this, where it looks like you're flying against the wall, but you're really only flying into the loading zone. That's okay. So, can we finally play the normal level now as Shadow? Well, for 2 enemies worth of level, that is, because we got somebody waiting here for us, and we will miss this message if we just touch her immediately. Yeah, searching carefully this gigantic area, which happens to be the part of the level where Silver is usually tooling around in, either in his or in Sonic's story, in his reverse, you know. But now we're doing it as Rouge, who can glide, so we have ultimate freedom. It's quite nice, actually. This is not a bad part of the level. There's a lot to discover, a lot to explore, a lot of fun little nooks and crannies, and there are 6, count them, 6 silver medals in here. So for somebody who's interested in them, like I am, this is a treasure trove. The only issue is that the main quest of this, getting the 3 keys, is a fundamental problem of conveyance again. So the first time I played this, I was stuck here. I just didn't know what to do. I could not progress past this. I spent like an hour here just gliding around everywhere trying to get the damned last key, which I could not find for the life of me. And goodbye. We're going to see in a bit why this is such an issue, and again why many people who play Shadow Story will stop very, very soon in the story, because these first levels, as I've already said, leave a terrible, terrible impression. And keep in mind, Kingdom Valley was an endgame level for the other characters, and it is very much still the same kind of difficulty here. It is not very much neutered due to the fact that you're using a bat now, or that you have a lot of vehicles. This is something I didn't really know about. There is environmental interaction here. If you hit this thing in one way or another and falls down, and it will not hit those robots, but even if it did, it would cost you 1000 points per, so you really should not do it. Anyway, there's a lot of these ticks on the wall, and there is no reason to bother with them whatsoever. A big issue in this part of the level is clear 3D level design. How do you make enemies actually worth fighting and threatening? Well, obviously they don't quite know how to do it most of the time. These ones, at the very least, you're forced to engage to open the laser cage, which contains the first key we're going to get, which is a really, really damn annoying part of the level, because the first person targeting sucks, because you don't have a reticule, you just have to kind of align with the middle of the screen somehow. Anyway, we have the usual problem, of course, of getting off the walls with Rouge. I've gotten kind of okay at it by just going to the top of everything and then trying to glide off, but if you try to get off from anywhere, it's a nightmare, so don't do that. Here is the key I'm talking about. How do we get in there? We can't bend the bars like we can with Silver. Well, obviously we have to do this. This obscure mechanic, which I'm pretty sure is not even mentioned in the manual. I've shown it off last time because I know how it works, but you have to, absolutely have to do it here, because no way you're letting a bomb land on the windowsill from the outside. And this is the only way into this room. The door only opens once you kill all the enemies. And this is a big problem, because you cannot get it intuitively, in my opinion. It's extremely nonsensical that you can destroy this window, and you have to destroy this window with the bomb you place on it. Makes no sense to me, and it still does not. It's just stupid. This is the big fault of this level. It's not the only fault of this level, as we're going to see, but it is a big one, and it is something where it leads to hair-tearing frustration and to people just not finishing Shadow's story, which is a shame because it gets better, I promise you that. At this part, at the start, it's just... yeah. Let's focus on the good. I landed this bomb perfectly so that it delays the explosion and kills the guy. That was really awesome, right? I absolutely did it on purpose. Trying to get the medal that's floating in the air if you happen to destroy the support is a little bit harder, but fortunately it didn't happen this time. And contrary to Silver, you can at least always glide when the support flies off from underneath you. I don't know why Rouge was bouncing so weirdly here. Trust me, it was a weird bounce. It always happens on these sloped surfaces. Must be something with the physics of gliding into a sloped surface. Like, I wasn't gliding, but it's something about her. It's just weird. Another silver medal, number 5. Good thing I'm keeping count for you, right? And here we have another issue with how open the level is. Why would you ever run into this bar? I don't know. What is it gating? I don't know. And the level designers don't know either. This guy at the very least is blocking you if you're gliding in the same way that Silver takes in his level version of the level. And in this case you're getting rewarded for finding an alternate way and going in from behind him, as I did. So that's nice. There's a lot of little opportunities to find like this. Why is this guy here? I don't know. I don't even think that his bombs can reach this platform. Why is everything exploding here? Best not ask these kind of questions. Ouch. Dick move. Anyway, these things here I like because they're taken out in one single volley, one single volley of the bombs, if you charge them for long enough, that is. And sometimes you can even get 2 at once, because the bombs actually do have splash damage, showing off again how absolutely busted Rouge is if you know how to use her. It's great. And you get 300 points per enemy killed, because they have such a high health bar. Was it even, I think it's even 1000 points, because the game only cares if an enemy has more than 3 hit points. This guy is also 1000 points and very easily dealt with. And finally we got the last key and we can proceed with the level as Shadow, which is, oh boy, the next part is a vehicle part, and we are immediately thrust into a part of the level where there is no solid ground under us. Everything is instant kill. One error on this vehicle which controls like anus and we are dead. There is also a wrinkle to this in that you can get out with the Y button or the top button on your controller if you're playing on a PlayStation, and triangle it is. And I didn't know this for the longest time. I was like, why are there springs up there? But I'm not willing to experiment because I finally got through the stupid Rouge part. Now, at my current level of skill, I now know how to play Rouge, so it's not nearly as terrifying, but we're still like 7 minutes in. Do you really want to experiment with this thing? I don't think so. This thing that has a little bit too low of a hurt box on the bullets to kill every enemy, and everything is kind of terrible. You know, this is also a dumb part of the level, because the vehicles are just extremely half-baked, and there are lots of opportunities to die here. And foreshadowing, I'm going to show off a few of them if you stay tuned to the very end as an incentive, and maybe I'll show off some others as well very soon. Anyway, I have no idea how to get over there. I don't know, this spring doesn't send you over there. Getting from here to the left, I don't know, it's too far. I've tried a bit, I don't get it. Maybe it's just like a part of another character's level that they didn't delete in time. Maybe I'm just being dumb and there is another hidden spring somewhere. It doesn't matter, there is no silver medal up there, there is nothing special up there, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, if you know how to get up there, send me a message. And we're dead. And this happens all the time on this corner. It's a complete dick move. Note that I'm missing 2 more lives. Yeah, you kind of have to trigger this pillar to fall and then just gently nudge yourself backwards or go full speed to the right, and you can't see it because it's falling from off screen. This is complete garbage. This is abysmal level design. I'm going to go out and say it's not the fault of like the physics engine or that this is 06 being 06. It's not the fault of the vehicle controlling terribly. It's just plain stupid. They made a tower fall from an invisible trigger. You don't hit it, then make it fall. It falls on its own when you cross a certain threshold, and it instantly kills you from off screen. Fuck that. Anyway, this tunnel here is absolutely pointless if you know how to get out of the vehicle. I'm only showing it off for completeness' sake. This is basically the normal route, quote unquote, to take, because it takes you directly from the back to this checkpoint. It's almost like they forgot that they programmed the vehicle to be able to go out of, because you can't just jump out of it and take the spring immediately. It's really weird, but I will be the first to say that this part of the level, terrible. It's just super janky and not well thought out in the slightest. It's really bad. Yeah, what do we do here? We find out a secret, of course. Yeah, now that the tower has fallen, you know, the scripted one that kept killing me, like this one to the left, which kept respawning for some reason, whatever, we can go up here, which is similar to the very first section. It is the one, you know, copy-pasted, of Silver, and we can get up here where Silver also had a secret. They even copy-pasted the boulder trap, which traps absolutely nothing here, and which barely was a trap for anything in Silver, but you know, I digress. And we can go back down, and up and down all around. We can see the part of the level where Silver goes up at first. They just deleted the swinging chains. Remember all of that? Because we relatively recently had this, because it was an endgame level for Silver, you know. And now we can finally reach the second part of the level, which is better. It's Kingdom Valley, you know, and you actually play it. There's a surprise here, by the way. If you don't realize that you have to, you know, keep pressing the jump button, this is what happens if you hesitate for too long. I've never shown it off with Sonic. Anytime you have this automatic jumping sequence, you better press this button within a second or two, or you will just fall. Kind of a nasty surprise. Got me the first time I played this, I'm relatively sure. Let me just fix the graphics real quick and we go on. Now we have normal-ish Kingdom Valley. You know, this is pretty similar to what Sonic did, and in fact most of it is copy-pasted because, wow, this level was obviously not made for Shadow, and they just put him in here, and Rouge, and just did what they could. I mean, not to say that it isn't unique what he and Rouge are doing here. There is a lot of stuff exclusive to them. It's just that most of that stuff is really bad because the level was not built for them, very obviously, and they're just picking up the kind of the scraps and they're trying to do the best with what they get offered, but the best is not very good. Anyway, 10 minutes in and we can finally play the game, and this would be a nasty surprise if these lasers actually did anything. Thanks for that. I kind of didn't know that with the homing attack, but oh, okay, now I do. This one is also a nasty trap. By this part we know that we have to keep dipping down so that we actually hit the rope with the homing attack, but it's also a little bit different than what Sonic did, because Shadow's homing attack is different, and you know how it is. But hey, at the very least we can hit both of these enemies at the same time. What the hell happened here? I don't know. Also, it's weird that the enemy respawned. It's extremely strange what happened. Anyway, chaos boost, cool. By the way, there is supposed to be a box spawning here, but didn't happen. Whatever. Let's talk about the chaos boost. So I didn't get to this when I played the level. Like, what just happened here? I had to ask the speedrunners who know the mechanics of the game how this thing actually works, because I played through this story like twice before and I had no idea up to this point how it actually works. So let me try to explain, and I hope I get it correct. When you activate the chaos mode, and now it's slowly ticking down, you have to fill it up by killing enemies and not dying, so that's also why many casual players will rarely see it. Then Shadow gains completely new homing attack properties. You can now pre-charge a Chaos Snap. You hold down the homing attack button for just a tiny bit, and when you release it, he will attack the nearest 3 targets on his own. Don't go too quickly because, almost forgot. And that means either you delete 3 enemies with 1 hit point immediately, snapping from one to another without any frame for you to realize what actually happens in between, or you hit a big enemy that has 3 or more hit points 3 times. And then you hover in the air motionlessly, and then you can either tap the button repeatedly to do a normal chaos spin in the air attack like the one I'm just doing, or you hold it down a little bit, release again, and Shadow does another 3-hit snap thing. It's really confusing how the input works. I have to kill everything here, including this straggler. And it's not intuitive at all, and there is nothing about how it works in the manual whatsoever or explained in-game. But yeah, so as I said, I still haven't gotten it here, and this will be the cause of some deaths. By the way, as we're also going to see, it truncates your homing attack for whatever reason. She keeps tripping me up because, you know, this one here, it's easy. It is no problem. You can just shortcut here and reach this platform. No issue. The only issue being that you will get hit then afterwards, but I digress. Keep that in mind for the blooper reel at the end. There's a lot of foreshadowing here, right? Because, I mean, I have to keep you watching for the billions hours of cutscene we're going to have at the end. There's timestamps in the YouTube video. Please, for the love of God, skip them if you don't care for them. The last one is repeated from Sonic's story. I'm saying it right now before I forget. Anyway, we can finish after this sneaky silver medal, but why is there a spring here? It sends us back to this platform. Is there a secret on this platform that has spawned now that the spring is there? No, there's nothing. I have no idea why the spring is here. Maybe because this level is extremely badly made for Shadow, but hey, at the very least, pop! We get the bridge back. Why? I don't know. Because this level is badly made and it's Kingdom Valley, man. It has never been good, but for Shadow, holy Christ, it's bad. Anyway, I died a lot, so of course, terrible score. S-Rank took a while. I have it recorded. It's not in the video because, Jesus Christ, this is long enough. I'm splitting it for once. Stay tuned for that for later. For now, as I said, cutscenes galore. Please, please, if you don't care for them, again, skip them. The timestamps are in the comments, in the description for a reason. See you afterwards.
The former king of Soliana used to reside in this castle, but a major accident occurred 10 years ago, and no one's lived there since.
Accident?
I heard a prototype energy engine failed, which caused the accident. I think the name of the plan was...
the Solaris Project. It was an ambitious project, named after their eternal sun god.
Doctor!
It's been a while, my dear Rouge. And of course, Shadow. Now, if you'd be so kind as to hand back the Scepter of Darkness you took from me.
Shadow!
It's no use! Pull back! Pull back! Pull back!
What? His shadow!
Oh, how ironic fate can be. I would never have believed I would be resurrected through your shade. I thank you, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Who are you? And how do you know my name?
I'm Mephiles. Mephiles the Dark. What? Did you forget me? I owe much to you, Shadow. Oh, yes. What you gave to me, I now return to you. A one-way ticket to oblivion.
What is this place?
It seems we've been teleported to another location.
Well, let's find out where we are.
Mephiles. Who is he?
I'm in. I've pinpointed our location. It's... No, that's not possible. We're still in the doctor's base, but how can that be? Wait, there's no doubt now.
So it's not where we are? It appears we've gone through time, doesn't it?
Yes, approximately 200 years. Maybe more, depending on when this database was last updated. Well, at least we know we've arrived in the future. That means this Mephiles character has the power to control time.
His power feels very similar to my own chaos control. But...
Boy, do I feel dizzy. Where are we?
Oh, look who's here. I didn't expect to see you guys.
Rouge! Shadow!
Hi, long time no see.
This is the distant future, far removed from our own timeline.
The future? Then that means Eggman's machine can control time!
Eggman's got some nerve dropping us here.
Now, how can we get back to our own time?
You need a space-time rift, but this requires a lot of energy. I see. You mean using your chaos control will... Yes, but that alone is insufficient. Okay, Shadow. It looks like we need to work together.
Alright, that explains, a lot, and we are now in Crisis City in a buggy. Are you looking forward to that? You better hope so. This is the start of Sonic section Crisis City, copy-pasted with a rail out of nowhere. It's brilliant, at least we can stop here and take a look at this glory. Gameplay next time. For now, before I start the wondrous blooper reel, thank you very much for your attention already, and if you enjoyed the video, do your usual thing. Thank you very much. Alright, so, about those missing lives, well, sometimes bad things happen in this section. Sometimes stupid things happen in this section. There's a lot that can go wrong with the hover vehicle, which really is not conducive to trying it out much, you know? For example, here, again, where is it falling? I don't know. I was even prepared for it to fall in this case, but again, maybe to the right. If you follow this ring trail, you are dead. Thank you, developers, for putting it there. Very, very nice of you. Here I had an interesting thought because I died already. What happens if you go through these stained glass windows? Because you know you can. Well, you die. I mean, the answer is pretty obvious, isn't it? But if this were a good level, I would have hidden something fun behind it because you have been tutorialized that you can break the windows. But no, it's just death. Anyway, I didn't realize how the chaos snap worked, you know, and well. You snap to this one here fly in the air, I pushed the button and instead of snapping to the lane, I just dropped. And also it does truncate your homing attack, but it just doesn't go that far. See, that's bad, isn't it? It's terrible. It's because I held the button. He was looking for an enemy, didn't find it, fell down. If you tap the button there, then it works. But yeah, better not risk it. Now watch the meter. It's running out now, and this gets me hit. Yeah, because I was banking on it snapping to an enemy, during which you are invincible, which is bad, because if you note my score, I haven't died yet. So this is a good run. It's looking to be an S rank. I haven't died yet, I got a lot of points. The time bonus looks good, but I got hit right at the end. And I don't get the 50,000 points.